Hey, what's up? It's your man, Big Jack. Welcome to the Iron Sharpton Iron Show. This is where we prove that we are stronger together, that if each one would reach one, we can all grow and glow. And I know this is a little different time. I'm just coming on here to say hello to everybody that's been hanging out with me throughout the thick and the thin. I don't even know what I'm going to get because normally at 7 p.m. or Eastern time, we have the Grow and Glow Academy. And this is where we give you life lessons on different ways, or not so much life lessons, but we give you lessons on ways to build your channel. But I wanted to come out here today and just say hello. I wanted to come out here and just do a little chit chatting with everybody who have been supporting and to say thank you for supporting this channel, the Iron Sharpening Iron Universe. And just to let you know that we're getting back on track. I mean, there's some things we've been a little bit off of whack a little bit. So what I'm saying off of whack. We're going through some personal things with health and all kinds of other personal situations but life be life. And when life be life, sometimes you just got to get in there and do your thing. So we thank you for each and every person that's coming out there and it says, what's that, ambitions? Okay, how you doing? And welcome and welcome. I'm doing well and thank you. This is an opportunity to just be in the chat and hang out with you, answer any questions you might have about the Iron Sharpening Iron Universe, Big Jack story time, the things that we got going on and things that we want to do. But I want to thank you for your support. I want to thank you for coming out here and hanging with us, hanging with me, hanging with my staff, and some of the things we got going on. We got a lot of new content creators that's coming through. Our shows are moving in the right direction. But this was one of those days where I said, hey, I know the norm would have been to get on here and do the Grow and Glow Academy, but at the same time, life be life. And then what I mean by that is we got to have I would say, work-life balance. And when you try to put a little balance between what you're doing here on social media and then what you're doing in real life, sometimes you can't stick to the plan like you want to. But I wanted to make sure that I came in here and said hello to everybody and say thank you again for your support. This is opportunity again. What do what do you want to know? What can we talk about? Um, I have a son, my youngest. He's in high school, and he's playing sports. And he had a game today. And because he had a game today, I made sure that I try to support that. And when I support that, then it makes it harder to get on here. But I want to say thank you to each and every one of you, all 48,000 of you out there that's now watching live on YouTube, live on Facebook, live on Twitch, and then we also put them on Instagram and we put it on TikTok. Was that Victoria? How you doing? And thank you and welcome. Hello to you. And if I'm saying it wrong, please bear with me. Ambitions out there. So this is an opportunity. This is when you get a chance to say, hey, what's up, Big Jack? Tell me a little bit about yourself. Or, throw the questions in the chat. If you haven't already hit the like button, hit that like button. If you're not subscribers, hit the subscribe button. I mean, we're looking for more and more subscribers. And then you can also become a member of the Iron Sharpening Iron Universe. The big thing about the Iron Sharpening Iron Universe, and I'm just going to be straight up, it's not about clickbait. We're not here trying to give you a whole bunch of fluff and things to make you click and hit the like button. And probably would never, I'm not going to say never, but the things we're giving you is real life situations, real life stories, real life people, and we bring them on here and we interview them so that you can get a better understanding of who they are, and they are able to put their product out there, or they're able to put their life story out there. So that's what we're trying to provide for you. It's the Iron Sharpening Iron Universe, the Iron Sharpening Iron Show. We have the Grow and Glow Academy. We have the Coach's Corner and the Voices of Resilience. We have the We Be Jamming Live. We have the Gentleman's Journal, the Ladies' Diary, the Battle of the Sexes. All of those shows, the Love Yourself, all of those shows that we produce and that we put out there for you is to make you stronger, to make you better. That when the show is over, once you finish watching the show, once you finish watching, that you should be stronger in who you are. William Alexander, how you doing? uh, So with all of that being said, these are the things that we try to do, that we trying to do with the show. These are things that we're trying to do with the Iron Sharpening Iron universe. We're trying to give you real product. We're trying to put you out there so that you can actually see who we are, learn about the guests that we put on the show. We're always live, so we're never pre-recorded. So we don't get to go back and edit the video and cut out what we don't like or add in anything. And because we go live on every show, it makes it different. It makes it difficult sometimes because, again, you don't get to say pause. We don't get to stop. We got to keep going with the flow. And sometimes there's some bloopers, and we've had several bloopers. But I thank you all for continuing to support and continue to be out there. Again, we're looking for you to hit that like button, and we hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment in there and let us know that what we're doing and how we're doing, because we're still growing. We're still trying to get to that point where we're regular, not only a regular schedule, because we have a regular schedule, but we also want to get to the point where the content is so real to you that you can't wait till the next episode or next week to come back and check it out. So I thank you all again for being out here. Thank you all for hanging out with me. And I want to say, thank you for, again, being a supporter, being in the chat, saying hey and what's going on, because that's what it's all about. So they say I love double content. Okay, all right. So, and that's what we got to do. So part of it, what we try to do is put out real material, real people, real stories, real life situations. And with real life situations, and we said life be life, and you never know what you're going to get. It's not that Forrest Gump, life's like a box of chocolate thing, but at the same time, you just don't know what you're going to get. When we have our guests on and we're talking to our guests and we're saying, hey, tell us about yourself, tell us about your story, we really don't know. It's not scripted. And that's a big thing. A lot of people, we want to make sure that you know about us. We're not scripting our show. So even though I personally send my guests questions before the show start. But the thing is to know, it's very rare that we read from the questions. Sometimes the conversation just goes into a direction where we don't have to read from any of the questions. We just go straight in. If you have a desire to be a guest on the show, you want to be a guest on the Iron Sharpening Iron show, I'm always looking for guests. I'm always looking for someone to put their story out there and to talk to you and say, hey, what's going on? And just let you know that you're welcome. So the Iron Sharpening Iron show is every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. It used to be Sundays and Wednesdays, and that's where we're at now. So this Wednesday slot was set aside for the right now it's set aside for the first Wednesday of the month. We do the Ladies Diary, and that's where we put 5 ladies on the panel, and we discuss, or they discuss, because I'm not on the panel for that one, but they discuss women's topics. The second and third Wednesday of the month, we have the Grow and Glow Academy, and that's today, and that's what I normally would be doing. But like I said, I was watching a sporting event that my youngest was in, and I wanted to make sure I supported him. So that stopped me from being here on time on 7. So I said, hey, I'm going to come in and just say hello to everybody and say thank you for your support. But then, like I say, and then the last Wednesday of every month is the Battle of the Sexes. The Battle of the Sexes is one of our most unique shows that we have. We put 3 men and 3 women on the panel, and we have a topic, and we actually have a full discussion on that topic. But you get the women's point of view and the men's point of view on the topic, and it gets a little rough sometimes. So in that one, if you ever come and you tune in on the last Wednesday of the month, you'll see me dressed in my referee uniform, because I'm in the middle. I don't participate on either side, and I just stay in the middle and try to make sure everybody stay cordial in that sense. But it's a good show. Then about the Iron Sharpening Iron show is every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, except the last Sunday of the month, and that's when we do the Gentleman's Journal, and that's where we put 5 men on the panel, and we discuss men's topics and we have some really good topics that the men come out and discuss. The last Saturday of every month, we do the We Be Jamming Live. We Be Jamming Live is a show that was set aside for musical artists, and that's where we bring in musical talent. We've had musicians, comedians, poets, all of the different arts, and they come on the stage, and we get to know a little bit more about them, get a chance for them to express themselves and put their craft out there. So that's the last Saturday of every month. Monday through Friday, 4 o'clock, I believe it's 4 o'clock Central Time, is the Ask a Bee show. So that's where Boss B comes on the show live and answer your questions. More, it's very similar to a Dear Abby type thing, but that's where Boss B, and she does a wonderful job. Boss B is the producer of the Iron Sharpening Iron shows. The Universe, she is the producer. So, but she has her own show Monday through Friday, and then Saturday at 9 p.m. Except for the last Saturday, she does one called the Jukebox Journey. So you have to tune in. You really have to tune in into the universe and the Iron Sharpening Iron universe, and there's always something going on. We do have the Coach's Corner. That's every Sunday, and at 4 p.m. Pacific time is the Coach's Corner. I want to say it's 4 p.m. Pacific, might be 2 p.m. Pacific time, and that's the Coach's Corner. Coach's Corner and Voices of Resilience, and they rotate every other week. And that's where Mama Lions come in with different guests. But again, all of these shows are live. And then we have the newest show, the newest addition to the Iron Sharpening Iron universe, and that's Love Yourself. And then that's where our sister April will come in, and is a big focus is around survivors of or conquerors of domestic violence. And they talk on a lot of different topics of how to get yourself back on your feet, move in a positive direction, and get the help if you need the help. So all of those shows, all of those different things that we're throwing here in the universe. So if you tune in, and we need you to subscribe, become a subscriber today, hit that like button, let us know that you're out there. And that's what it's all about. We're not here trying to beg. We're not here trying to get you to do anything that you're not already doing. You're already watching YouTube. And we watch lots of it. I do. I watch myself. I watch. I like shorts, and I like different shows, and I'll go and check them out. But sometimes I want real talk. I want people to be talking real situations, real stories. And this is the place to come if that's what you're looking for. If that's what you're looking for, we got you. We got you covered. So I want to say again, thank you to everybody that's out there, everybody that's watching, everybody that's supporting. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, because we can't do it without you. 100% I can't do it without you. My crew can't do it without you. And we appreciate you when you come in here and hang out with us. I know that you have 1,000 other things you could be doing with your life. And we say thank you for hanging out with us during this time. You ran in here like a buzzsaw. So come on back through. Make sure you tell a friend, share this with somebody, and let them know that, hey, if you're looking for real talk, if you're looking for excitement, if you're looking for somebody to, make you stronger as a person, this is where it's at, right here, 100%. I just want to say, the day has been it was a wonderful day for I won't say the first time, but you can see that the seasons are changing. The sun was out. I think it even got up to like 90 degrees where I'm located. I'm on the East Coast near Washington, D.C., and it got a little warm today. And so all of you out there that's getting your suntans and getting your bodies and everything ready for the summer, just protect yourself, stay healthy. Make sure that you do the right thing all the time, because it's that time of year again. Allergies are out there, so if you're protect yourself in that way. The sun. So what I didn't do today, and I know I'm gonna hear about it, is I didn't put on my sunscreen. So I was out there watching a sporting event, and the sun was out, and I wasn't as protected as I can be. So that's something that I would promote and tell everybody to get your sunscreen and put it on and make sure that you protect yourself, because the sun is real, and it can burn your skin, and it can also cause other damages that you don't want to have to deal with. So that's my little public service announcement for today. It's been good. It's been good. I feel good. I'm feeling much better. I know I had a health scare a couple of weeks ago and had to take a little break here and there. But I'm much better. I feel much better. And for those who are out there who definitely was very supportive and saying thank, and I'm going to again say thank you. I'm willing for those who are regulars, any of regulars, anybody that's already moderators for this Iron Sharpening Iron universe. I will let you up on the stage today if you want to come up here. I'm always love talking to people. So if you out there and you want to come up on the stage and you're already in your moderator uniform, you got the blue jacket, as I call it, you're more than welcome to come up on the stage today. So I'm just saying, hey, if you're out there and you want to come up on stage, just let me know, put it in the chat. I'll send you the link and I'll get you up here. So yeah, it's just one of those days, relaxing day. It's not a day that I have much to give you today. I can talk about and I will share the channel that we did develop. It has more subscribers. That was the Big and Bossy. If you haven't heard of Big and Bossy and you want a chance to go over there and check it out, go out and check that channel out. Big and Bossy is the channel that we created for the Grow and Glow Academy. We've been putting some short videos in there, and I want to say that each short that we put in there, I would say at least 90% of them have hit at least 1,000 views. And that's really good for a short video. So if you can get a short video to hit your 90,000, I mean, 90,000, sorry, 90 or 1,000 views, and 90% of the shorts that you put out at least hit a 90,000 views, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. So if that's where you are, you should be proud of yourself. Those who don't know who I am Big Jack Storytime, the founder of the Iron Sharpening Iron universe. That's his own channel now. And I have a channel called Big Jack Storytime. So if you're watching me on Big Jack Storytime, you're on my channel. But if you ever want to check out our live shows, that I've named a whole host of live shows we have, that is on the Big Jack, the Iron Sharpening Iron Universe channel. So if you want to be a member of the Iron Sharpening Iron universe or a guest on the Iron Sharpening Iron show, just put it in the chat, drop it out there, and we'll get you on there. We'll get you on the show. We're building the lineup now for May and June and July. We got a lot of people I need to make contact with and build my lineup for those months I just named. But at the same time, I know when the sun is shining bright and the days are longer, it gets a little bit tougher to not so much to get people on, but to get people to come in and hang out with us. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you. We do our best to make sure that we have a show every week. We try not to skip any weeks. And I want to say, if you can hang out with us, you're more than welcome to come on down. So, Frankie, you say, I'm stoned. Heck no, Franklin, come on, man. Do I look like I'm stoned? I did just come in from outside. I took my glasses off. I'm in the house now. So, but no such thing, stoned. Do I sound like it? If I do, forgive me, but I'm not. So, yeah. But thanks for the question. Every time somebody put a question in there, I'll answer. But at the same time, no, I'm not. So what's going on is, again, it was hot out in where I'm located, so it was hot. The sun was beaming, even though I had on my sunglasses. But when I took those glasses off and came inside, um, He said he is. Okay, well that's why, because you stoned, Franklin. You think I'm stoned, but I'm not. Yeah. No, don't mess with the stuff. Never did, never will. So you ain't gotta worry about that out of me. But yeah, I'm high on life. I love life. So you get me high on Jesus. You got that too. So all of those things, but I'm not on anything else other than the drink I'm drinking right now. Please forgive me. But at the same time, I am not sponsored by Body Armor, but it is a really good drink. That strawberry banana Body Armor, out of this world. So if you haven't ever had one, uh, definitely make sure you go. So the message today, Franklin, was life be lifing. So if that's not even proper English or the right way to say it, it's just saying when things come your way, what you gonna do about it? And that's just the bottom line in life. When things come your way, what you gonna do about it? There's nothing worse than someone who just complain. There's nothing worse than someone who just, complain about everything. But then when you ask them what's a solution, what's a way, what are you gonna do about it? Then they don't have anything. And so it's like, so if I'm going to complain about it. If you're going to complain, come with a solution. Say, it'd be better if we did it this way or whatever. And I'm willing to listen to somebody who comes with a solution way more than I am with a person who just shows up but don't have anything but complaints. Because it's easy to complain. That, and so that's where the message is today. The message is, don't complain about the things that's happening in your life. What you're going to do about it. What you're going to do about it. If you don't like your job, what you going to do about it. Either you're going to go back to school and get more education so you can get something else. You're going to leave that job and go somewhere else, or you're just going to, I won't say suck it up, but you're just going to deal with it and move on. But because keep complaining about it, and it's like you complain, but you go back every day. Because, yeah, I still got to eat. I still got to put a roof on my head. I still got to put clothes on my back and food on the table and gas in my car. And my God, gas, whew, where I am. So I'm going to ask you out there, everybody out there. And that's true. Take one day at a time. And that's it. So my motto is what I talk to my team. I say, how do you eat an elephant? That's my big thing right there. I ask them, how do you eat an elephant? And the answer, of course, is one bite at a time. So you just got to take one bite at a time. You don't have to stuff the whole thing down. So like he said, or Franklin say, one day at a time. You just got to take one day at a time. You be thankful for the days that you have, and do what you can in the day that the time that you're given, and then you get ready for the next time. But I'm gonna ask out there in the chat, everybody that's watching and listening right now, in your location and where you're located. I'm actually put in the chat where you're located and how much is gas where you're located. Because this morning I had to get some gas, and I left the area I live in. I drove probably about 30 to 45 minutes. And then when I got to the area where I work at, so I work 45 minutes away from where I live, and the gas prices was 25 cents different. So when I left work, I left and it was $4. $4 a gallon. When I got to where I work, it was 4.25. So I'm like, wow. So had I where I had if had I got the gas, I saved. I would have saved 25 cents per gallon. And it adds up, especially because you're not going to get 1 gallon or 2 gallons. So every 4 gallons is another dollar that you're putting, being charged. And it don't sound like a lot until you're filling up the tank and you're watching, 10 turn into 20 and 20 turn into 40 and 40 turn into 50. And you're like, wow, all I got was a tank of gas. And that's crazy. And he says he's in Scotland. Wow, Scotland. That's amazing. And sorry that you have a disability. And if it does help you with your being disabled and it helps you, then more power to you, because I mean sometimes that's what you got to do. So again, life be lifing, and it's what you're going to do about it. Now if you're doing that for medication and that's your way of getting through, you got to do what you got to do. Nobody's going to fault you for that. But welcome from Scotland, Franklin, and thank you for tuning in to Big Jack Story Time and hanging out there. Major motorbike accident. So, hey, look, when I was high school, I was junior in high school playing baseball. That was one of the sports I played. I slid into second base and I broke two vertebrae. And that was, of course, decades ago. But the arthritis, the pain, and all that I'm going through now, and it's like, shoot. And so I understand 100%. So if you're in a car accident, a motorbike accident, or any of those things that causes you to um, deal with pain, and my biggest thing that I try not to do with my pain was to get hooked on any type of narcotic. I didn't want any type of pain pills and things like that because they are addictive. And I had got to the point when I was younger that I was taking pain pills just to go outside, just to do anything, and I couldn't function without it. So I got to force myself now to almost like deal with the pain so that I don't get hooked on the pain medicine. And I don't know if anyone else is out there doing that and having to do that. And frankly, your story is sounding bad because I know that I have my co-host on the Iron Shopping and Iron Show is a motorcycle driver. Uh, and that was a question: is it a motorcycle driver or a motorcycle rider? Help me with that one because we questioned that before. If you're the one with the steering wheel in your hand, the gears under your feet, are you considered a motorcycle driver or is it still considered a rider? I don't know. So help me with that for all you bikers out there. And he was saying that you're the most vulnerable one on the highway. You got to drive for everybody else. So I guess you're a driver. You got to drive for everybody else because of the fact that if they cut you off or whatever, you're done. So here, what Franklin is saying, a drunk driver wiped him out. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate because I'm sure you was just riding your bike, minding your business, and bang, so after my accident, my wife let me do to them. That's crazy. So we talk about that on the Gentleman's Journal because we talk about that a lot about, the wedding vows and the sickness and health, the richer and poor, the better or for worse type thing. So with that being said, is if I'm disabled, if I'm not able to do what I did before, are you still going to be here with me? And that's one of the things that we have to really take in consideration when you're getting ready or you're getting married. I know it's a quick change of the subject, but Franklin made the comment that after his accident, my wife left me due to being disabled. And that's real. That is a real topic. You're not the first person I've ever heard that from, but it is still very unfortunate that you're doing your thing and you're trying to live your life. You get in an accident, you're disabled, and now all of a sudden I'm not going to be there with you. So he said I was on my bike, the drunk driver come over into my lane, took me out. Man, it's a horrible story as I'm listening to you, Franklin, and praying for you too. I'm not even sure how long ago it's been, but I'm sure the recovery is real, and you got to do what you got to do to even deal with the pain. I'm sure that it sucks 100%. And then you saw her true colors when she left, and that's the thing. We say vows, and we're standing up before the pastor, the priest, the minister, the justice of the peace, whoever you stood before, but you make promises to each other that I'm gonna be there through thick and thin, and in sickness and health, rich or poor, better or worse, until death do us part. Well, Franklin's accident wasn't death, so why all of a sudden you're not there? What was it that was you just looking for a reason and that was it? Did you pay somebody to cut me off on the highway so you can leave? I mean, those are the things that run through your mind, and especially with, I don't say men and women, because the thing is, it's like that's the physical part of my relationship. Your relationship shouldn't just be physical. So if I can't do the physical things, I'm still alive. I'm still able to talk to you. I'm still able to, be in your life. And then it's like, all right. And so you did see a glimpse into the other side. As people say, and I don't know, you're the only one that can tell that story, Franklin. but they say you can see your life pass before your eyes. You can see the bright light at the end of the tunnel. But like they say in the movie Poltergeist, for those who are movie fans and horror movie fans for that one, go to the light, Caroline, and then it will stay away from the light, Caroline. So I don't know. I don't know if you can. I've never been in that situation. God forbid that I will be in that situation. But at the same time, for those who have and can tell us about it, I would say write a book, because a lot of people want to know what it's like, what it's going to be like when that day come, and it's some that have already faced it, but and then there's some that their time will come, and when it does, they will know. It said, "Trust me, Jesus is real." So my brother and uncle years ago, so a long while, I was in a coma. Wow. Wow. So yeah, you really got wiped out. So if that coma was from the motorcycle accident, yeah, they really did hurt you. And again, my condolences to you and the family members that you lost while you were taking a rest. And that's how I look at even anyone that's in a coma, being in that you're just in a rest. I had a loved one that was in a coma for about a month from a stroke. And when they came out, they were able to do some things that we thought they would never be able to do again. So, God is able. God is able. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. And because of that, we don't know. We don't know. Like the scriptures tell us, no man knows the hour, and because no man know the hour, you just got to do what you got to do. And Boss B, thank you. What's up, Boss B TV down there in the chat? I'm just hanging out. Wasn't gonna hang out long. I just wanted to pop in and say hey, and one bite at a time, and that's how we do it. And it says hi plus sister, and there she go. I see Niecy Jackson in the house. What's up, Niecy Jackson? What's going on? So I was just popping in to say hey, hanging out for a minute. And we said that's life. Life be life, and when life be life, and what are you gonna do about it? You can let it run you over, you can let it take you out, or you can stand up. Put on, as the scriptures say again, put on the whole armor of God, and stand up. I'm gonna fight. I'm not gonna let you just run me over. This is not over. It's amazing, like in boxing. For those who know anything about boxing, a person gets knocked down, and they're on the mat. They count to 10, and the referee is counting to 10 to see if they're going to get back up. You have that choice. This is your choice. You can stay down for the count and let them just count you out, or you can get back up. And as long as you're willing to stand and fight the fight, you got a good chance. You definitely got a good chance. So talking about gas, it said my part of Texas is 380. I'm about to come there because it ain't 380 here. So we all say my story's not over; it's just begun. Franklin, I'm telling you, Franklin, you're gonna have to reach out to me, and we're gonna get you on the show so you can tell your story on the Iron Shopping and Iron Show. I've never had anyone from Scotland on the show, even though we've had guests from all over the world, but not Scotland. So we'll definitely have to make sure we get you on the show, on the Iron Shopping and Iron Show, so you can tell your story. I would love to have that face-to-face conversation, face-to-face on social media, but you know how it works. But yeah, so Franklin, if you go into the Iron, you say you're going to subscribe. Go on and subscribe. Come on down, because we're always looking for good people that's going to support and watch, and it's always cool to have people come in and hang out with us. So thank you, Franklin, and thank you everybody that's out there and that's hanging with us today, hanging with me today. I was just going to pop in and say hello, and say thank you for the support, that you've been providing. I didn't have a lot today. I went to a sporting event, and now that the event is over, and I came back as soon as I walked in the house, I said, "Hey, I gotta get on the show, and at least say hello to everybody." So that's what it's all about. I see Sharon Jackson out there. Hello, Jack. Boss B, on Nisi, Franklin, and everybody else is out there hanging with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been a good day. Um, it really has. It's been a good day. It's been a good day. The sun was shining bright. I felt much better today. I could tell that the temperatures was changing because I was getting around a little bit better. You got to take the bitter with the sweet, but the day was a good day, and this is one I'm gonna chalk up on the good day side. Um, the songs say, "I won't complain," and I'm not complaining. All my good days outweigh my bad days, so I will not complain. But there's going to be bad days. That's life. But again, what you going to do about it? It says you do look tired. I look tired. Again, I was out in the hot sun watching a sporting event, and I did work all day. So, so if I do look tired, I don't know how else to look. My eyes always in a slanted motion anyway. So, but if I do look tired, maybe I am. Maybe it's like go to bed. But with all that being said, I am happy, excited about the Iron Shop the Nine universe, about the people that I meet on stage and off stage, that comes in the chat and hang out with us. And I just want to say thank you. It's very rare that I get to do this when I'm just up here and it's not a show and I'm not interviewing anybody. I love to interview people, so that's probably why it's rare that I'm not having someone up here. Um, but I want to say, it's a true honor, and I'm not even doing this for fluff or anything like that. To have my supporters in the chat. So, Sharon Jackson, Denise Jackson, or Nisi Jackson, you see that down there. Boss B TV is down there, and I already mentioned Boss B being the producer. But Sharon Jackson, that's my mom. My actual real mom is down in the chat, not my virtual mom. That's my mom. Nisi Jackson, my aunt, and they're there. They're faithful. They're faithful on Wednesdays and Sundays, and they support the shows on Saturday. And that is huge. That's huge, because it's again, they have a lot of things they can do in their life, and the help and the support is huge. And I look forward to seeing them come in. I look forward to letting them let me know that they're there and pop up in the chat. But then also, when the show's over, sometimes I get, if it was good, if it was, we need to work on this or whatever. So I take that criticism, I take that feedback, and we try to build a better product because again, but that lets you know if you're out there watching and that I'm not giving you no junk because my family know who I am. And thank you. We love you. I love you. So thank you, thank you. But my family know me, so they know my story. They know my life, and if I was up here they would know that I'd be up here. I'm up here lying. So I'm not. So that right there is just letting you know that you're getting the truth. You're getting the truth from here. You can go on a lot of different channels and see a lot of different stuff. And some things they're good. There's people that's really good in the content that they produce. And you question, and I have to Google half of the story, like, is that real or whatever? But you don't have to Google these stories. These stories are real. These are real people giving you real stories, and some of them are like amazing, and some of them just unbelievable, but when the more that we talk to them and we get the guests to open up, I'm like, wow, the lives that's around this world and the people we get to meet. So I see we got Franklin out there, and he said he subscribed, and I thank Franklin for subscribing from Scotland, and I thank everyone else who've come through. And again, I'm not gonna hang in here long. This has been good. Like I said, I went and watched the sporting event today. It was a really good game, even though the team I was supporting lost. But and it was some bad officiating. I'm gonna have to say that. So when the officials leave the field, get in there, get to the parking lot, get in their cars, and leave before anybody make it to the parking lot. You already know that they called a bad game. So they knew that they better hurry up and get up out of there. And it's not like it's a rowdy crowd or nothing, but they had to get up out of there because that was some bad calls today. But again, that's life. Sometimes you're gonna have bad calls, and what you gonna do about it? So it shouldn't come down to the officials calling a bad call on this or that. You put up more runs, put up more points, put up more this and that, and you don't have to worry about it. But that's life. And what are you gonna do about it? You can complain, you can make excuses, or you can get back to the drawing board, get back on the field and practice, and get ready for the next one. That's all you can do. I mean, really, that's all you can do. You're not going to change the scorebook. They're not going to go back and let you replay it. In this level that they were playing, there's no instant replay, anything like that. But as a spectator watching the game, and I was right there, right in that one of the last plays of the game, it was bad. That was really bad. So, said God is good all the time. Yes, He is. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. So I'm getting ready to go out, getting ready to leave. I just want to say again, thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for making my dream come true. This right here, that I get to do this on a weekly basis is amazing to me. It's amazing to me that when I get 1, 2, 100, it doesn't matter how many people come in viewing and watching. It's amazing to be able to get on this stage every week and share me. And I really thank each and every one of you that come out and hang with me, because there's a lot of things you could be doing in your life. And I know that. I know that. And I appreciate you taking the time to be with me. So, with that being said, I'm going to close this one out. I'm going to ask you all to have a wonderful rest of your week. Well, really, that's just make sure we have a rest of this day, and then we're going to start again tomorrow, and we're going to keep going. Tune back in, check it out. They say you're going to take a test to fix it all. I got God's strength here behind me. All right, yep, there you go, 100%. So, Boss B, my prayers are with you. Sharon Jackson, Niecy Jackson, Franklin, and each and every other person that was out there that came through today. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you again. Keep supporting, keep viewing, keep watching. And until next time, y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you later. Peace. Thank you. Good night. As soon as I can find the off button. No, I'm just joking. Nah, have a good night. Talk to y'all later. Bye bye.